Welcome to Backroom Convos. On this week's episode, we have Hoshihadi, Queen Mashosho. She is Miss World South Africa quarterfinalist from Limpopo. How are you, Queen?
Hey, how are you, Lesego? I'm doing
Uh,
good, thanks.
I'm good. So I think we can just jump straight into it. Right? So, like for people who don't know who Hoshihadi Queen is, what would you say to them? Who Queen is, in your words?
Well, Queen is a young 19-year-old from a beautiful town in Limpopo province. I'm a model. I've been a model for 4 years now. And what I can say more is that I'm a heartbreaker. Also,
So I think you said you're from Limpopo. I didn't get the name of the town, and Queen was still explaining the name of the town she's from in Limpopo. So because we've had other guests in the show that are from Limpopo, can you hear me, Queen?
right, can you hear? I think there's a little bit of addiction.
Yes. Okay, so I was saying like I didn't hear where you said you're from in Limpopo. I was going right into the second question, but that's fine. You can answer the first question for people who didn't get to hear you because you got cut there. So all of us, we didn't hear where you said you're from.
Okay, I was saying I'm from Zanin.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know if you have been there.
Yeah.
But it's a very interesting town on its own.
Yeah. So how does like, because I figured like we've had one guest particular, her name is Shimiedo Makubende. She's also from Limpopo, Guyana. So I was talking to her about as far as like information. She was also, because she's also between Guyana and Johannesburg or Jozi. She's between these two places, and she can see the differences that I share in comparison to what's there. Like people here in Jozi, they are more informed with about Bako Mahaing or like Limpopo, as you can say. And I'm not saying everyone in Limpopo is, but like for most places, people don't have access to information in comparison to people binaring in the metropolitan cities,
Yeah.
So my question to you is, how does Miss South Africa, how do you share about Miss South Africa given all that's going on? How did you share?
About Miss World South Africa? Well,
Yeah, I think the network is very bad. It's very bad. So she was still, can you hear me now? I think she's still answering that question. The reception is very bad. The reception is very bad. And I kind of knew that this was going to happen, So I don't know what both you about this, because I know for sure like the last 2-3 episodes we tried to end out some of the space, and they kind of like take away the content, because now the videos that we record, they no longer make sense, to the listener, to the people who consume the content that we put out. So Queen, can you hear me? Sure, she's still. Can you please try and get her back to the line? I think she's back. Queen, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
And I'm like, yeah, you were still saying, Guti, like how this Miss World South Africa meet you, and the information, how you came across the information.
Well, I come across the information, as I was saying, as social media thing. I'm very active in my social media platforms, and I do a follow up on my own. This is what I'm interested on. This is what I.
No, okay, so okay, that's interesting. You're 19 years old, very young, I should say. 4 years into the modeling industry. Is modeling the ultimate for you? Is this what you want to do? Yeah, I can hear you. I was saying that you're 19 years old, very young, and you've been modeling for 4 years now. And is modeling the ultimate goal for you to say, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life? Or is it something that you're doing part-time and there's like something that you're doing fully as part of your career, and modeling is just a hobby? Can you hear me? Queen? Yeah, there is actually. Can you please try and reconnect before we go to an ad break? Because some of these questions people don't get to hear, and it would be unfair of us to just keep over some questions because now the network is very bad. So we'll try and get Queen on another line and to see if she can hear us. So like that's what, like the question for people who just joined us. My question to Queen was how did she came across like the Miss SA pageant normal thing, and she was still answering and giving us an answer on how she came about knowing that there's a pageant called Miss World South Africa. And I think from what I've heard is that the Miss World, I don't know, I'm not sure, you need to verify this information, I'm not quite sure about this, but they say they changed their license from Miss World to Miss World South Africa, a rebrand of some sort. I'm not sure about what I'm saying, but I think Shimia did mention something along those lines. See, to say they rebranded, and so like I still want to know as well, to from people like her to say like, do you think, like, how does it happen? How often do they meet for the pageants and all those things? Some of the information that I should have asked Mieto Mkuwele, and I should have asked Mpondo Ambi. Should have asked them those questions, but nonetheless, we still have Queen Mashosho, and hopefully we'll get to hear his side and like her connection with modeling, the career path that she's taking, or she's taking modeling fully. So I don't know if Queen can hear us now. Can you hear us now, Queen? I've been okay, like they're still trying to get Queen back on the line. So I think at this point I'll keep on talking. I don't know what I need to talk about. So I'll give you an overview of what we'll be talking about in the show. So I think we also compiled some questions, 10 questions that we'll be asking Queen on the 11th hour of the show. We also, these are some of the questions that people want to know, and some of these questions are the questions that were asked our previous guest, Kimia Dom of the Way and the Erin on Dwambi. So these questions, she'll also get to answer, meaning talking about Queen, Queen Mashosho from Limpopo, for people who just joined us. So I was expecting to have fun on this episode, but given the reception, like challenges on the first hour of the show, but it's fine. So as long as they still like try to get Queen on the line, I'm going to give you, I'm busy giving you that, and it'll be cool if someone in the studio grab a mic so we can move back and forth, because it's kind of weird that I'm talking to you but not really talking to you, like it's kind of weird. So I did feel like at some point also, like this is me just going off topic at this point, so like I did feel like I need to have more sessions where I have podcast episodes where I'm literally having story times and like telling a bit of my stories and like it not let it be always a podcast. And welcome back to Backroom Convo with Lesego M. On the line we have the beautiful Queen Mashosho from Limpopo. She is Miss World South Africa quarterfinalist, and we have her on the line to answer some of the questions that some of you have been dying to ask. So before we went on an ad break, Queen was still explaining to us, and this is me rephrasing the question to Queen to say, like, this is the question I was asking before we were cut off, before we went on the break. So the question from us to you, Queen, was, because you've been doing modeling for 4 years, you're 19 years old, there's still a lot you can explore and do as far as like career is concerned. But is it the ultimate for you? Is it just a hobby, or is this the career path you want to take for yourself?
I think I'll say this, but I wouldn't mind saying it. Modeling is not a hobby to me.
Yeah, guys, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We need to get her back on the line. I think she can hear us. I think her line is very bad. Very bad. So, but I'll go along. So, Queen.
Yeah, I can hear you now. The network is very, very bad.
Yeah, okay, we're experiencing that as well, because as you speak, we can't hear a word that you're saying, but now we can. So, yeah, so now modeling, you were saying that you don't mind taking modeling as a full-time career. Is that what you were saying to us?
Yes, I was saying I'm not quitting anytime soon.
So apart from being involved in beauty pageant, what other things are you doing as far as like careers? When we're just focused. Yeah.
I'm so much interested in media, so I do acting, and I want to start my own podcast, really, and I also do presenting. So,
Yeah.
but besides all media, this Queen wants to be an advocate in future.
In future, oh, that's dope. So like, which varsity did you apply in any varsities?
Yes, and I'll be going there in 2024 because this year I took a gap year.
So you took a gap year this year. So which is the varsity of your choice? The varsity that you chose?
I want to go to University of Johannesburg. If not,
It's interesting. Why UJ? We have VETs, we have all these other big institutions. Why University of Johannesburg? Oh, by the way, it's a great varsity. I'm not taking away anything from it.
I know, but I think how thing holds many things, and as a young, vibrant girl, I would like to be in a place where there are many connections where I can get far in life. I'm not saying where I am, I'm not getting far, but it's better to explore new places that give me challenges and places that make me strive more in this.
Okay, so like since you took a gap year this year, like what are some of the things that you're doing with the time that you took?
Since I am a GBV activist, I was doing a training for gender-based violence for 4 months, but I ended my training I think last week.
Well, so like, well, what was the aim for like the training that you're taking with the GBV campaign?
I always say knowledge is power, so I think it's best for me to know, since if you look at our youth today, they're not taking issues like GBV very seriously. When you say let's go and teach you something about gender-based violence, they don't take it serious. So for me, it was important to get taught about things that I don't know, to get taught about what is causing this and how to stay away from such issues.
Okay, no, I hear you. No, that's true. Like, why do you think people don't take GBV? Because it's a serious thing, and like you just mentioned that people are not taking it seriously. As someone who went through a 4-month training or formal training, what do you think is the reason people don't take GBV seriously?
Well, I think the reason is they think it will never happen to them. I'm not saying it will one day, but because they haven't experienced some sort of abuse, different kinds of abuse that are going on, they don't see the need of taking such trainings because they think, oh no, I'm not gonna go through that, especially my age group.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And going to another question, I was interviewing. I'm not sure if you're aware that I did interview Mpondwambi, who's representing Gauteng in the beauty pageant. I interviewed also Shimieto Makubele, who's also from Limpopo, Gianni. Shout out to her, by the way. So both these individuals, they have something in common. Shimieto has her own foundation that distributes sanitary pads to young girls that don't have access to that. And I think Mpondwambi is also doing the same. Shout out to her as well. She's doing the same thing, but she's doing it this side in Gauteng, you know. And what are some of the things that you're doing? Do you have a foundation of your own as well that's doing a certain thing, or do you have something along those lines to empower young girls as well? Or is it something you're looking into?
I have a foundation. I have a partnership with models from Palabora and Loquang in the World School. So we have a foundation under the name Hermanas Foundation, which means sisters. Hermanas is the Spanish name.
Yeah.
So we are tackling issues like the issue of not having sanitary towels. We are
Yeah. Reception just broke us again. So yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who's just joined us on the line, we have, I almost said Shimieto Makubele, but we have Queen Mashosho from Limpopo. She's also representing the province of Limpopo. So she was just telling us about the foundation that she has with I think other models that is tackling issues like sanitary towels, and we cut off as she was explaining that. So now I'd like to give her the platform again to just tell us more about the Hermanas Foundation that she and the fellow sisters her fellow sisters are busy with. Queen, okay, I think can you please give us the breakdown again? I think you were cut off as you were speaking.
Okay, I was saying I have partnership with girls from Palabora, Bolokwane and Lewahome, and also me here for designing, and we are looking forward to working with people in Johannesburg, other places, but for now we are still handling our country, charity begins at home. So we are doing it in our communities first before we can go out there and show them what we got. So it's Hermanos Foundation. Hermanos is a Spanish name which means sisters. So it's a sisters foundation. We are donating pads, stationery, clothes, teeth brushes and toothpaste, and also washing powders to families and individuals that are in need. And so far I've done my test drive on Mandela on the 18th of July at my nearest school, and it was a success.
That's very so. I just want to ask this question again. So for people who also want to start their foundation, like for someone who's a part of a foundation with fellow models and stuff, like where do you go, or who are the individuals do you write to, do you approach as far as partnering with you as a foundation to give out those sanitary pads? Because I believe those sanitary towels have to come from somewhere at the end of the day, right? So who's assisting you with that, and how did you go about like making sure that you're securing that for someone who's listening and hopefully one day they want to they want to start their own foundation, you know what I'm saying? So like if you can give us the process on how you secured that might be helpful to someone who's listening, looking into starting their own foundation,
Okay, yeah. For someone who wants to start his own foundation, I can say you first need to have people on board who are dedicated, like my sisters. They are more than dedicated in this thing, and I don't even have to work much harder than anything because we are doing it together. We are helping each other hearing. So
I hear you. You're helping. Yeah, I can hear you. You're helping each other.
I was saying, if you want to start a foundation, you must first register it so that it can have a great impact, so that you can secure sponsors. But so far, me and my team, we are, I believe in doing it more than asking. So
okay. Yeah, you were saying you believe in doing more than asking.
Yes, but so far, me and my team, we don't have a sponsor yet.
No.
Yeah, we are doing it.
So from your pockets. Oh, I hear you. So like, what are some of the things that you put in place, campaigns that you have going on to make sure it's like people are aware that you are part of Miss World South Africa you are a quarter finalist in the pageant, and what are some of those campaigns that you have?
Well, I did a campaign which is something that I'm working on right now, but I have started, since Miss World South Africa is all about giving, I have started showing up that I am a giver and I'm not forced by the pageant because it's all about giving. I've been a giver before then and I am still a giver. So my Beauty with Purpose project has started and giving out sanitary pads, and I have another drive which is coming next week.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I see you. So, like, I understand. Like, it's very hard, It's very, very hard for people who don't have access to because, like, we have a huge unemployment rate in South Africa. And with that being said, I think I think for people who want to support you but can't, of course, I know a vote is like 20 rands, so, and not everyone has that. Understand? Not everyone has that. So like, which other ways are available for people who want to assist you? Can they use to support you, to make sure that we are with you? We just can't afford this money, but we are with you in this regard.
Well, supporting a person is not about having money or giving that person, oh yes, I'm supporting Queen, but the efforts that you put on my journey, you might not have money, but you have something little to donate into my journey to make sure that I, like, right, for instance, I have a foundation and I'm willing to make my Beauty with Purpose project work. So if ever you want to help me and you don't have money, you can donate every little thing, anything that you have. I share my work. Maybe you can reach people who are willing and people who have money. It's all about putting effort, whether you have money or you don't have money.
No, I get you. I hear you. So for people who just joined us on the line, we have Queen Mashosho from Limpopo, who is a contestant in the Miss World South Africa, and she is a quarter-finalist. We'll be asking her more questions when we come back from a break. Welcome back to Backroom Convos with Lesego M. On the line, we have the beautiful Queen Mashosho, who is a contestant in the Miss World South Africa, and she's a quarter-finalist. So this is the question that I wanted to ask her before we went on an ad break. So, Queen, as someone who's from Limpopo, are you receiving? Do you have enough? You feel, this is me, like, it's a personal question, do you feel like there's enough backing from people around your community as far as making sure that everyone is aware that Queen is representing Zanini, the local radio stations? Do you think people are aware? And what are some of the things maybe need to be done for people in that part of Limpopo? Like, what are some of the things you think maybe they need to be put in place to make sure that Queen succeeds in this? There's maybe someone who's from that side who's in Joburg to say, oh, maybe I can donate 1,000 rands, wada, and people who want to vote can, like, somehow be given a coupon that they can use to vote. Like, do you think there's enough backing from people in your community?
Honestly, I look to you because my community don't really understand what modeling is, and I'm trying my best to make sure that they do understand. So,
okay. So, like, are you the first? Do you think you're the first person who's like in this pageant, and maybe that's the case to say, like, we don't really understand? And because you're the first person, it's so it just becomes harder, because anything that you do and it's the first time, normally it's just very hard, because like people have to first familiarize themselves with what it is, in the sense. Yeah, no, I get you. So that, but then do you have certain things? Do you have implemented something so far to make sure that, like, people are aware, or people are more informed? For it might not be you, but then there's the next someone who's coming out from the next queen that's coming out from Zanini, to make sure with, like, people are aware, to say, like, we didn't have the necessary information, access to information, hence we couldn't vote for Queen. But now we are going to vote for the next person after Queen, because Queen has laid the foundation for us to know what this is about. And after all, this pageant is about giving and you creating that platform, not only for you to say like, okay, I'm the first person and I'll take the responsibility to make sure that there's a right foundation, that my people are aware about this pageant and they can vote for people who come after me. It might not be me, but people who are after me. Do you have anything that you have in place to make sure that there's enough awareness around the pageant?
Actually targeting my age group.
Yeah.
When I would change in my language. So I'm targeting my age group, and I also have modeling classes that are going on so far. They recently started. So that's the kind of thing I use to make people aware that I am part of this.
Or you're part of this pageantry. So can you hear me? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who just joined us on the line, we have, I just like how I said that, on the line we have Queen Mashosho. She is Miss World. She is Miss World, South Africa quarter finalist, and we in conversation, and now she was answering the question about the foundation and the awareness around the pageantry. So yeah, I think because we were cut off on that question, so for people who didn't hear you, can you please kindly answer it again?
Okay, I was saying I target my age group, and I have modeling classes that are going on. They just recently started and it's not blocked. And I use that platform to make people aware that I'm going through this, I'm going on this. And each and every single day, I can see the effort. People asking me, oh, I see you based in this. How do we help? How can we be of assistance? And I am there for me. I'm already answering those questions. So I take everything step by step each and every single day to make sure that I have all the support. Not that I'm forcing them to support me, but there are many youngsters who also want to be like me, but they don't know where to start. So I'm helping, since I'm the only model in my community who has reached this far, and I'm still helping other girls.
Congratulations. So one thing I don't understand, and I hope that you can make me understand or break it down to me so I can understand. So how does this happen? When do you guys meet? And like, do you only meet once a year, or there's certain times in between the year that you guys meet and you have maybe an event where you guys get together and have maybe a round where you guys do that modeling stuff? Like, how does it work? Can you please break it down for me? Because that's one of the things that I still don't know, and I'm hoping that you can break that down for me.
Okay, as I said, I was undergoing a training on gender-based violence. So I was not working alone, but working with some youngsters from different wards in my town. So we were recruiting young girls aged 18 to 24. Then we make a group out of each and every community. We call people with more knowledge than us, and they talk to them. Yeah, and lead them. And I also be of assistance. It also gives me a chance to be able to talk and engage with them.
Oh, okay. No, I
don't mind traveling as long as I'm doing what I love.
Yeah. So I see again, you see, like the if I looked at some of the profiles of people, the other people that you're competing with, they seem to be like promoting in-cap brand. So is it a part of the competition that you have to do it? Is it compulsory for you to like promote the skincare brand? And how does that feed into you being a part that beauty pageant?
Well, I think you're talking about 27 Red Square on 27 Red Square Cosmetic on Instagram. Yeah, it's a part of my job as a quarter finalist to promote such. And that's not the only thing that we are promoting, but...
So what's the purpose of the promotion? Like, are you promoting it because there is something in benefit for you, or it's just the standard procedure for the beauty pageant?
Well, I can say it's a standard procedure for the beauty pageant, but we are promoting it because there are Miss World South Africa sponsors, and we are doing it to show them that we are more than interested.
Or you're more, because she was still explaining about the 24/7 skincare brand that is a part of the Miss World South Africa. So she was still explaining that. So how often do you meet, like, with the Miss, with your fellow competitors of Miss World South Africa? Do you meet, or after this is just you guys meeting at December in, I think, is it India? It's India. You guys are meeting in India, December. I get it. So, like, what's the process? Like, how do you, after, like, how do they nominate the quarterfinalist? How do you go into becoming a semi-finalist? Like, like, take me through that. I want to understand.
Okay. Wow, we are not only going to be meeting on December. There's still some processes that we're gonna undergo. So from now, they are going to select the top 54. I am from our group, which will be the semi-finalist of Miss World South Africa, and the rest will be eliminated.
So when is that gonna happen?
I'm not sure. We are not sure yet, but they are still waiting for the owners to agree to disagree on the selection of the chosen ones.
Oh, so the chosen, the people, like, for, I want to understand, this is me, like, for so the decision is not based on numbers, but it's based on what the owners or the people who are behind the beauty pageant.
Now, actually, the decision is based on our Beauty with Purpose project. The effort that we put into voting, showing them that we are not going to take the Miss World title and sit at home with it, take the crown and sit at home with it. It's based on how we are willing to go as far as we can for Miss World South Africa. Not only because the leaders are saying, "Oh, I choose Queen, we can go on with Queen." No, it doesn't work like.
Oh, so like they let you know when they've selected we said 53, is it 53 semi-finalists?
Yes.
Oh, so
when they have selected the top 54, and they're still going to be eliminated, they're going to still choose the top 27, which will grace the finale of Miss World South Africa in October.
Or the top 27, it's the finalists who are potential. So, like, as far as, like, you say Queen, if she's nominated for being a semi-finalist, then to be a part of the finale, how are you getting to India? Are they paying for the trip for you to go internationally, or is it something that you have to self-fund yourself?
No, this Wild South Africa is a great pageant which is going to fund everything.
Oh, okay. No, I say it. Even the outfits that you guys will be wearing, fully funded, or you need to come with your own outfits?
I think we need to come with is my mind.
Oh, okay.
Which is a great thing because we are not going to.
Yes. the reception is very bad, and I really apologize for people who are listening to this pod and feel like this is it is rather sad that like we are going through this with this episode. The reception is very bad, but we'll try by all means that we clean out all the background noises that are in the audio. And for people who just joined on the line, we have Queen Mashosho, who's from Limpopo, Miss World South Africa quarterfinalist, who's representing Zanini, or rather Limpopo as a whole, So she was still answering a question about the pageant, the beauty pageant, So for people who just joined us, we will for sure in the 11th hour of the show give Queen 10 questions that you guys selected yourself that we will be asking her, and she'll get to answer all those questions hopefully. And yeah, so Queen, going back to what you were saying about like Miss World South Africa will be funding everything for you to go international. So what are some of the things that you want to do internationally? So after winning, I believe it, and I'm sure you're here to win, like by any means. No one goes into competing in any level just to come second place or last. So in your mind, you do have that, I want to win, right? So if Queen wins, do you have any international aspirations that you have for yourself? Okay. Maybe be a part of Miss Universe after Miss B. Do you have... Yeah, you were saying?
If I win, it will be a great opportunity for me, and it's going to open many doors. It's gonna get me recognized without having me to work harder.
Oh, I see. So for people who, yeah,
I think before joining Miss Universe, I want to join Miss South Africa.
Oh, okay. No, I hear you. So for people who just joined us now, we have Queen Mashosho from Limpopo, who's representing Zanini in the Miss World South Africa, and she's a quarterfinalist in the competition, in the beauty pageant. So for some of you who have questions, Queen Mashosho will be answering them when we come back from an ad break. Cheers. Welcome back. For people who just joined us on the line, we have Queen Mashosho from Limpopo. Zanini, I almost said Kiani. For some reason, I almost said Kiani. So she is part of the Miss World South Africa, and she's a quarterfinalist in the beauty pageant. So we were still asking her questions. So the next question from me to you is, do you sign any contracts when you join the beauty pageant? Is there anything that you signed that says you are not allowed to say this, or you?
Can you repeat it?
Yeah, I was saying, do you have any questions? Do you have any before you are part of the pageant?
Mostly on my modeling journey, we sign contract after placing it in the top 3, to restrict us from doing anything bad with our head.
Oh, okay. Like, why do you think that's the case, though? Why do you sign?
Well, I think before we win all that, we make many sorts of promises saying, oh, if I win this title, I'm going to work as much as I can. If I win this, I'm going to do that. If I win this, I'm going to do that. Go to such an extent. But when you win, and when reality clicks, we don't really do whatever that we said we will do. So the contract is a good thing. I find it as a good thing because it will make us work, keep our promises instead of not doing it.
Okay, so now we are getting into a segment where we've selected 10 of the questions from people who listen to the podcast that would like to ask you. So this is the first question that I'm going to read it out loud for you. So the question goes as follows. This is from me to you, the question. Can you share with us your journey towards becoming a Miss World South Africa quarterfinalist? I think you did answer that.
Yes.
So this is the second question. Okay. This is the second question. What inspired you to participate in the pageant, and how did you overcome any challenges along the way?
Or currently I was inspired by our reigning Miss South African Davino, who's also from Zaire and nearby village, not far from me. So she showed me that not because I come from a small village doesn't mean I cannot make it.
Okay, no, that's nice. So this is the third question. As a role model of aspiring models and brand ambassadors, what message do you want to convey to young women who are looking to pursue a career in the industry?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Did you get the question?
Yeah, no. Can you please repeat it?
So the question was, as a role model of aspiring models and brand ambassadors, what message do you want to convey to young women who are looking to pursue a career in the industry?
Well, what I can say is that always believe in yourself no matter what, because you are capable of doing the things that you think are impossible on your own. Remember to take hold of every opportunity. If you ever put your mind onto something, there's no way you can fail to do it. So focus, hard work is what is needed in this thing.
Well, I hear you, Queen. I hear you.
I want. I'm not letting it get to me.
Okay, no, I hear you. So this is the fourth question, sir. Fourth question. So this is the fourth question. How has being a part of apologies for that. How has being a quarterfinalist in Miss World South Africa pageant impacted your life and career?
It got me a huge publicity. The day I knew that I qualified to be a quarterfinalist, I was so happy, and I was getting congratulatory messages from left and right and center, and even to people that I don't even know. So it's showing that I am getting somewhere with this.
Nice. This is the fifth question. What were some of the most valuable lessons you learned from this experience?
Well, each and every single day, I am learning not to give up, whether I make it or not. And I'm learning not to let anything distract me. And I also try my best, to be the real me.
Okay. Oh, in your opinion, yeah, you want to talking?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was listening to you.
I was saying I'm trying my best to be me at all costs. I'm not letting anything change me in this thing. I'm using what I learned for the past few years and what I am learning on this journey.
That's nice. Okay, next question. In your opinion, what qualities makes a successful model and brand ambassador?
What culture makes a successful model?
What are qualities that make a successful model and a brand ambassador?
Okay, I can say the qualities that make a successful model and a brand ambassador is hard work and dedication, having a heart of giving. You cannot be a face of something if you're not willing to work hard for it. If you're not willing to go to such an extent where you make change in your way that will make other young people benefit from it.
Oh, okay. Is that the final answer?
So again, I was saying, you have to make sure that you be a role model to young.
Wait. Okay. So I take it that's the last one. So this is the next question. How do you personally embody these qualities in your work?
Can you please repeat your question?
How do you personally embody these qualities in your work? The ones that you just spoke of.
Well, I'm not perfect, and each and every single day I am leading by example. As I said, charity begins at home. So I am starting everything in my own village before I can go out there. I'm working very hard for everything that I have, and I'm still going to work harder to achieve each and every single thing. I already have a heart of giving. I'm not giving because I'm a model or because I'm being forced that, no, you have to do a charity project. I am doing it from the bottom of my heart. Hence, it's very easy for me to accomplish such things.
Okay. Next question is, can you share any memorable experiences or highlights from your journey as a model and brand ambassador so far?
Memorable journey.
Did you get the question?
Can you hear me?
You were saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you please repeat your question?
Okay. The question goes as follows: Can you please share any memorable experiences or highlights from your journey as a model and brand ambassador so far?
Well, so far, anything memorable is that I leave a mark wherever I pass.
Alright. Okay, so that's the final answer, né? So is there any? Yeah, I think she can't hear us now. She got caught up. Queen? Yeah, I think she got cut off. So we are remaining with a few questions left. So the question that follows the question that you just asked is there any particular moment that stands out for you that you to purchase and share? Did you get that one, Queen?
Oh, it's like
okay, so this is the next question. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So the next question goes as follows: Is there a particular moment that stands out for you? That stands out to you in the competition? What's the one moment you feel like, ooh, this stood out for me?
Well, honestly, so far, being a quarter finalist really stood out for me. It showed me that I can do it. If I believe in myself, each and every time I try to do something, I can really do it. So when it was announced that I was also part of the quarterfinalists, I was so relieved. I never thought, honestly, that I was going to make it.
Look at God, and now you're a quarterfinalist. So the next question is, What advice would you give to an individual who may be facing self-doubt or obstacles on their own path to success?
What advice?
What advice would you give to an individual who's facing self-doubt and obstacles on their path to success?
Well,
Yeah, I think you were still answering that question. There is that one thing.
if you believe in yourself more and tell yourself that yes, I there's no way you cannot do it.
We did it. Okay, no, I see. Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, we didn't hear that answer, but then we'll skip to the next question because of time. How do you stay motivated and overcome any negative thoughts or setbacks?
I stay motivated by having my family support. They keep me going. If ever I feel like I'm down, no, I cannot do things more, I'm gonna quit this. Their support is what is keeping me going. They always motivate me with those little words and tell me that you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. And I eventually do it.
Oh, that's nice. So how do you overcome any setbacks?
Well,
I think you answered that question. Sorry, that was me going back. This is another question. Okay, it ends here. It's a longest question. As someone who is making a positive impact in your community, what are some of the initiatives or causes that you are passionate? You did answer this question when we started, so we'll skip that one. So this is another one. How do you use your platform to create change and inspire others? Yeah, that's a good question.
well, honestly, I reach out to people so easily because the moment I stand there, they say, "Oh, that's this one part of finalist." Oh, I don't have to work very much hard to get their attention. So the moment I stand, they are more than willing to listen to me. So it makes my work very much easy.
Oh, okay. Now I can you. So can we move on to the next question? So the next question is, can you tell us about any upcoming projects or collaboration that you're excited about? The question is, can you tell us about any upcoming projects or collaboration that you're excited about?
Well, the collaboration that I'm working on right now, which I'm very excited, is getting partnerships to work with companies that can donate or render the usable sanitary pad. It's actually not a sanitary pad. I don't know what they call it, but can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm listening to you. I heard. So, in
Yes.
yeah. And also, you were still finishing off what you were saying.
Oh, I was saying the collaboration that will make me happy will be getting the reusable pads for these young girls. I'm looking forward to having partnership with companies that can let me be their face on donating those reusable.
Okay, I think because of the network, we need to cut it short. So we appreciate everyone tuned in for this episode, and we'll drop everything on screen for people who want to follow her. We'll drop her Instagram handles and Facebook handles, and people who want to donate. We'll also have that as a cover art for people who want to vote for her. And all luck to her. The network just cut it, so we can't have it for the final segment of the show. But we are with her all the way. We are with Queen, and we wish her all the best in this beauty pageant. And hopefully when she comes to Joburg next year, because she is coming to Joburg to study in the University of Johannesburg, we'll get to have her in studio so she can share like some of those experiences with us live in studio. So Queen, thank you for joining us in this episode. Yeah. So for people who haven't subscribed, for people who haven't followed, can you please go onto Spotify or any DSP that you listen your podcast from, and leave a like, rate the show, and let's meet on another one. Have a lovely one.